Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of July. Happy new month. Oh, okay, so obviously because it is a new month, I have to start on the monthly time frame today because the candle just closed. So June's candle just closed, guys. We just closed with this bearish candle here. We rejected off this 1.319, and you can see, guys, once again this level has proved to be quite difficult. Of course, this is still not a bullish sign because now this is not a pin bar, it's not a bullish engulfing, so you never know, we could definitely have a breakout below here. But it's going to be interesting because now as the month is starting, this level is still holding. Yeah, what else is there to point out? Nothing extraordinary, but I have been bullish, but now things are getting weak, guys. Things are getting weak. In my opinion, what I think is this here is like the impulsive move. I still don't have a new swing point because we have been in a range since when? Since July. Crazy. So I would not be shocked if at all if it wants to break this level, the 1.39, for a little pullback, even back down to here before moving upwards. That could be cool. But if this level does not break again, so this is going to be interesting, that 1.319, then who knows, man, maybe we could still continue pushing upwards, maybe to even fill up this wick or even complete this channel situation that we have here, because we do have some key levels above. So interesting. This July is going to be quite interesting now. Yeah, nothing else extraordinary to point out on the weekly time frame. Here on the weekly time frame, this was last week's candle, and you can see this is the level that I'm talking about. As we go to the lower time frames, you'll start seeing them a bit more clearly. I don't know why I deleted my trend line, but my trend line was around something like this. However, still not the cleanest trend line, but I will accept I will accept the results. And you can see last week's candle, we closed with little volume, still at that 1.319, and you can see it's labeled here the monthly key level. We do have some bullish volume, but we're yet to see because we have some fundamental news happening this week. So I'm going to be on standby still around that area. What else is there to point out? At the moment, there's nothing. If at all I've missed anything, you can check out my Monday analysis. Okay, so on the daily time frame, so we can see here on the daily. Okay, now this is now where things start getting, we can start seeing things a bit more clearly. I do have this is still the trend line from the weekly time frame. Not convinced, but you can see on the daily we did make a lower low here. So somebody could definitely argue that this is a sign that sellers want to come in. And if I take my fibs, maybe let me just take it from this previous swing point to here. You can see that the 78.6 lines up quite well with the 1.339. However, now I have been hoping for a pullback, a type of pullback. If we're not bullish, then at least a pullback, maybe back up to these levels. But things are looking tricky, guys, because as we go lower to the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame, I'm going to show you something because I actually ended up taking a trade, but it's not looking too good. Anyway, so here is now the 4-hour time frame. So you can see price is currently pushing upwards. Now there's something I want to point out here. On when was it? On Monday, when I was making this analysis. Actually, hold on, I'll go to the 1-hour time frame and I'll tell you the trade that I took. But before that, notice how, guys, we are still rejecting, not still rejecting, but we are rejecting at this 1.262 level. And this particular level here was actually last week's high. Now, this is something that I cannot ignore. As somebody, yes, as much as yes, I'd like some bullish pressure, and yes, on the 1-hour time frame we do have higher highs and higher lows and a trend line bounce. But this is very key, guys. This level, the 1.362, is telling us something. Today, during the Asian session, we had a bearish engulfing close over here. So we have 3 rejections. We tried once to pass this 1.36226, sorry. We had 22nd of June refused, another time here refused, another time refused. This could be a triple top, and this now is getting me a bit wary about those buys, because if at all we have a type of breakout from this trend line, you'll see on the 1-hour time frame, but this could very easily happen. But let me tell you what I am hoping. You know what I am hoping now? in a dream world, I am hoping that if at all maybe we're going to sell, if price could come and reject this level again to give us a type of head and shoulder to take this upwards, guys, this would be a dream. But who knows, because again, we do have some fundamentals, but this zone here is quite key. And I'm actually going to let me put like a little rectangle here, because I'm not going to ignore it right now, trying to look for buys when a level has shown a couple of times that it does not want to pass that level. That's something that I will be watching out for. Now, let me just go to the euro before I go back to the 1-hour time frame. I'm sorry. Now, on the euro, you can see here again, on the euro, we have a triple rejection here again at the 1.4 1.4260. This is not something to be ignored. Again, when I was making my analysis on the euro on Friday, on Monday, I did mention that the euro could very much continue falling. It does not have to do the deepest retracement. And when I put my fibs from here to here, you can see that we are currently at the 38. Guys, what's going on? It's cold. Currently at the 38.2, and you can see that we are rejecting this level. And this is going to be interesting because if we do have some proper confirmations on the euro that it wants to sell, it could even sell all the way back down to here or even lower. So this is something that I'm going to be watching out for, because when the euro is telling me something, I have my own issues with the euro, but we do have history and I believe it has my best interest. So if the euro is not telling me to buy, that is a bit tricky. Though on the 1 hour time frame yesterday, we did have this bullish engulfing candle here that gave me also a signal on the pound USD. But the fact that we're still rejecting this level here, I cannot ignore it. I just wanted to point that out. I'm sorry if I'm maybe talking too much, but I just wanted to point that out. This is telling me something, and you can see almost the same thing is also happening on the pound USD. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see. Anyway, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we can see this a bit more clearly. So this is now the weekly high that I was talking about. This was now last week's high. I usually put margins in my chart so that I can see what was going on in the previous week. Hey guys. wait. Sorry. So you can see what was going on in the previous week. So what is happening here? Yes, so this is the trend line that I was having. And when on Monday, when I was making my analysis video, I said that I'm going to be waiting for a buy either from a pullback like this and then something like this, and then now hoping to take it upwards. So I did end up taking this trade, guys. I took it after this bullish engulfing candle here. This was a nice candlestick print. This trade followed my rules. I ended up taking a position that was something like this, and my stop loss was exactly 30 pips. Now guys, notice how I was almost stopped out. Karibu nifinywe maze. I was almost stopped out. Luckily, today, or was it yesterday night, I did close at break even because it came back to my entry. I had to close this trade, guys, because we refused. So yesterday, when I saw this big bullish engulfing candle here, and it wasn't even from the news. I don't know what actually caused this move here. And I saw it breaking last week's high. I was like, yes, if this can give me now another pullback, this could be nice, because this could now confirm those buys that I've been talking about since last week and even 2 weeks ago. But notice what happened. We ended up going past last week's high, and then we crawled back inside this weekly high that I'm telling you is a problem even on the euro. And whenever price starts to make these lower highs here, I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. This one usually will tell me to just stay out of the market. I don't like it. So long story short, I did not end up getting stopped out at a negative at least, but I did close at break even. So I don't know if the bullish bias would still continue for today. If I was waiting for a type of trade today, I would probably be looking at, what type of levels would I be looking at today? I don't know. Maybe something like this could be nice, maybe for some sells. If at all we're going to confirm those sells, that would be nice. But the cleanest sell, completely cleanest sell, in my opinion, would come from a break of that weekly and monthly key level that we have there. But again, who knows? I'm going to be on standby, even something like this. So yeah, something like this, even maybe a break below that particular key, support and resistance. I am a support and resistance trader, so I'm using these current support. This was resistance here turned to support to see what was happening. Currently where price is, I don't like it because I'm not seeing any particular nice levels here. Maybe this one, but it's not too clean, and you can see even the candle that's about to close is going to have a long wick. I don't like the long wicks. So who knows, guys? If this particular level continues holding, then that could be my sign that sellers are about to step in, and maybe this buy bias that I've had is tricky. If at all we do break up, if I'm going to look for another buy again, I'm not comfortable looking for buys here. I would want a breakout again of that particular resistance, and we see what's happening, because there is still room, guys. This move, I need it, man. I need it. Considering this month I have not closed at a positive, I'm going to be making a video on that very soon terms of the trade I took this month, but I'm gonna need this move here, guys. So I'm just on standby. If the buys buy, then maybe I won't have an entry today, but we do have some fundamental news. We also have the what is it, the NFP? Yes, we do have some NFP tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow on Thursday. So yeah, that is my bias. I hope it didn't sound confusing, but I just wanted to point that out. Usually when I'm I'm feeling a type of way, I definitely have to explain it. So yeah, well, let's see what happens. But currently you can see, even when it comes to this trend line, the candlestick here has just bounced off it lightly with a long wick. So this is definitely not convincing. If it had closed with a bullish engulfing candle here on this trend line, that would be nice. But this particular candle here formed at 7 a.m. East African time. It formed during Asian session, so I cannot consider this candle. So yeah, that is my bias on this one. Let's go to the DXY, because this is the one where things have been happening. This one, let me just start on the 4-hour time frame for today. On the 4-hour time frame, guys, this particular level, this is the 101. It has not broken. So here I can even say, let me actually use a little zone for this one as well, because when I was hoping that maybe the dollar index would want to make a deeper pullback, I do have this trend line, you can ignore it for now, but I was hoping that maybe the DXY would want to make a deeper pullback, but I don't think it's ready, guys. This pullback that a lot of people are watching out for, the fact that DXY is also refusing, and you can see here a triple bottom now, so the inverse of what's happening on the euro and the pound, it doesn't look like it's ready for those sells. I saw this bearish candle yesterday and I was quite excited, which is now why I took also that buy that I'm talking about. But you can see even this candle in the DXY is looking a bit tricky, because we still have some wicks here. We don't really have a candlestick at that particular key level, which is the 101.380. So I don't know, because now we have to wait for the fundamentals. This one is fundamentals, but if there is a chance, we also do have this bullish engulfing candle here that I saw. If there is a chance, maybe the DXY could even push up to here, or even here, before now getting those pullbacks to what we think. So if this level continues to, if this level breaks out, because you can see now we're currently at that sensitive area, that will be interesting, because that could confirm now that little sell that I'm looking at. Yeah, you can see on the 1 hour, it was a type of consolidation, this little trend line. I'm waiting for a type of breakout, or if not a breakout, even something like this again, to maybe now hope for a better entry here. Then short-term buy, so short-term sell also on the pound, and then now we see what happens. Tricky times, guys, because you can see consolidation since Friday. Yeah, since Friday. So not good market structure at all. I don't know what is currently affecting it. Oh yes, the NFP. So let me just go to the calendar. This is, we do have some news today. So the governor of England is going to be speaking at 4 p.m. East African time. At 5 p.m. we have some manufacturing PMI, and then on Thursday we do have the NFP. So this NFP, this one usually moves markets. This one can move markets in hundreds of pips. So Lord, let me hope this fear of missing out doesn't leave me, because guys, if you've been watching my videos, I've been insisting on my bias for quite a minute. Not that I'm not seeing what other people are saying, but it's just like I'm just waiting for confirmation, And at this point, as much as I like this candle here, I still do not have that proper confirmation that I would like. So let's see how it goes, guys. Let's see if price will continue pushing upwards. That's nice. If at all it starts to sell, that will also be nice. Let me know what you guys are thinking, if you guys are trading, because this hasn't been clean. These past few months, I would say like June and May, not good price action at all. So let's see what happens. Anyway, that is it for this video. Stay tuned for my monthly recap. I'm going to be sharing all my trades step by step. You guys will see my weaknesses when it comes to my strategy. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.